Alright, thanks for tuning in. So I just wanted to go over week 2 fantasy waiver wire ads that you can do this week if you need any of these positions. I just picked out 2 from each position to go over. Starting from quarterback position, Daniel Jones of the Indianapolis Colts played an outstanding game this weekend versus the Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins played really poorly, but Daniel Jones had an amazing performance. He ran the ball twice, I believe. He ended up connecting with basically every single player on the field. He looked really good, made Michael Pittman relevant again. Tyler Warren was a huge player for them this week and really broke out with his week 1 performance. He's the rookie out of Penn State. But Daniel Jones, I feel like if he can carry this performance on, he can be a real stud this year in fantasy. He just has to keep performing. I know that there's a lot of doubt about him, but I feel like with the way that he did perform, there's a good opportunity to get something good out of him. So I really like him. Other option, Aaron Rodgers played really well for Pittsburgh. I think moving forward, like his projections are just going to keep going up. And I feel like he really fit the Pittsburgh offense really well. And I feel like his experience and talent is really showing up and is really working well with the offensive coordinator plays. So he's meshing well with the team, and I can see him doing well throughout the season. So if you need a quarterback, I really like him as a backup option right now. Wide receiver wise, I like Quentin Johnston from the Chargers. I thought he had a really good performance, had 2 TDs, was really playing well with Justin Herbert. I think having Keenan Allen back as well as Ladd McConkey on the field, it really gave a big opportunity for Quentin Johnston to break out and have a great game. I think he could continue to do that, especially if they keep throwing the ball, which I really hope that they do. I don't think it's a fluke, but I guess there's always that possibility as it is week 1. But the way that he was targeted 7 times and was able to make the most of his targets, especially in the end zone, I think it's a big deal. So I really like him as a wide receiver option if you need him. The other wide receiver I really like is Kayshon Boutte from the Patriots. He played an outstanding job. He was their top receiver, going 103 yards. He didn't have any touchdowns, but he was targeted a decent amount, and he really seemed to mesh well with Drake May. So I'm excited to see what he does moving forward. I think he's a really good option. Another wide receiver that you could target late is Calvin Austin. I kind of forgot his name, but he's a noteworthy wide receiver to look out for because I think Pittsburgh's going to have a good offense this season. Next is running backs. I really like the Ja'Cory Krusky-Merritt running back out of Washington. He played a really good week 1 game. He was actually the highest graded rookie running back of week 1. So I think there's a lot of talent in him, and there's a really good opportunity for him. Just keep moving up the ladder just because Austin Eckler's a little bit on the older side of running backs, and it looked like he was just running the ball really well and creating offense and making plays. He just looked really good on the field, and I feel like he carried that forward into moving forward this season. Dylan Sampson was another running back I really liked, especially in PPR leagues. He had like 8 or 9 receptions, which is kind of crazy. But he seemed to be Joe Flacco's like favorite target, and especially on a team that's so new with all their players. He brought a real spark for the team, and PPR wise, and really even standard leagues too. I think he's a great option moving forward. For the tight ends, I really like Zach Ertz. He was actually a guy I was targeting in fantasy in my drafts. So now he's had his week 1. He's really carried forward what he was doing at the end of the season last year, really showing up big time in the end zone and just continuing to have great chemistry with Jaden Daniels. So I really like him moving forward. He's late round tight ends, and just tight ends in general that get a lot of touchdowns are very valuable in my opinion because there's only a few really good ones. So the best tight ends are going to be touchdown dependent, and he is a touchdown dependent guy. So I really like him moving forward, especially if you need a tight end. He's only owned in like 40% of leagues, so good option there. Another one I really like is Johnny Smith. He didn't do a lot yards wise, but he was utilized of a decent amount. And they have some really good tight ends on the team. They got Pat Freiermuth, they have Washington, they have Hayward, and then obviously Johnny Smith. So coming over from the trade in Miami and having really rapport with his offensive coordinator. I don't know that he's going to do as well as he did last year because he had a career best going 88 receptions and 800 yards and I believe eight or 10 touchdowns last season. But he definitely seemed to click like right off the bat with Aaron Rodgers. And I also like that he had a touchdown. It just shows that they're going to use him in the end zone, and they're definitely going to target him this season. So I really like him as a tight end as well. I think both Zach Ertz and Jonnu Smith could be really good tight end options if you're looking for one. Defenses to get this week, I really like the LA Rams versus the Panthers. Panthers struggled a little bit, and I think they're going to continue against a really solid Rams defense. So I really like them, and I like the 49ers versus the Saints this week too. Both really good options. Both should be available. Kickers that I like are Cam Little from the Jaguars. He was the one who kicked the 70-yard field goal previously in the season, but I like the offense that they have going for them with Travis Hunter. They got Brian Thomas Jr. and their running back, I'm blanking on his name, but Travis Etienne. He's really come back and has made himself like a go-to guy again for Trevor Lawrence. So as long as Trevor's healthy, I think their offense is going to continue, and I feel like Cam Little is going to be used a lot this season, so I really like him as a kicker. Other guy I like right now is Matt Prater for the Bills. The Bills offense this past week had a phenomenal performance versus the Ravens. Came back, kicked a game winner. When teams are scoring a lot of points, kickers are also scoring, so it just gives them more opportunities. And for the next couple weeks, while Tyler Bass is out on injury, Matt Prater is going to make a difference. So I really like him if you're looking for a kicker right now. So those were my waiver wire ads for week 2. Hope you enjoyed, and good luck.